This is Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. I trust that today you will consider this your vitamin and supplement for your mind and heart. And wherever you receive podcasts, would you please subscribe to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom and leave a rating and a brief written review? It will enable others to be able to find this podcast. I would greatly appreciate it. You can go to iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, TuneIn. It comes from all kinds of angles you can find it. And I'm looking for the next level of leader that I can come alongside and help. Do you have a dream and a passion that you want to make come true? I would love to see if there's a possibility of working with you. Go to drronblake.com/call, get on my calendar, and I'll call you, and we'll see what the possibilities may be for us coming together. I want to talk today a little bit about dreams, and I want to ask you, what is your dream? Now, I'm not talking about that that happens while you're asleep. I'm not talking about nightmares or daydreams. I'm talking about what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you want to see accomplished? Not too long ago, we entered into, just a few hours ago, a new year. So what are your plans? What's your dreams? What's your vision for a preferable future? Let me just talk about 7 things in relationship to this to maybe assist us to sort through all of the things that are going on and find out what is my passion, what are my dreams, what are my plans for the future. The first thing you have to do is find out your passion. What I have discovered in life, it is those things that we are passionate about are then the things that we will stick with through thick and thin, through the ups and through the downs. What is your passion? Everyone has one. Just find what it is. What do you like to do? If it's teaching and reading, well, then you kind of know that that's some of the area. If it's helping people, well, there are just so many things you can do, but only you can answer that question. I can't tell you this is your passion. I can come alongside if I know you and say, with your gift mix and your background and the things that are happening and your heart and your passion and your skill, have you ever considered doing this? But don't give your life for living something in a way that just to make a living and not to make a difference. Find out what your passion is. The second thing I want to help you with is you're finding your dream, your passion, what it is that you're supposed to do. Take a chance. I remember years ago I was working in a doctor's office in Kansas City, Missouri while I was in grad school. And I had a couple of opportunities. One opportunity was to go back about 40 miles from home. And the other was an opportunity that was 1,500 miles from home in a state I'd never lived in, a long way from where I knew anyone. And I was trying to discern what is God's will in all of this? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? And one of the nurses, I'm sure she's gone to her eternal reward, she was a middle-aged lady then. She said to me, Ron, go and take a chance. All of my life, I have played it safe. I've done the safe thing. And now at my age, I regret it, and it's more difficult for me to take a chance. Now, I disagree with her in a little bit. I'm not sure that it's ever too late to live your dreams. It's never too late to make a course correction. But I do agree with what she said is the younger you are, the more flexible we seem to be. But you look at all of the people you admire, all of the people who have made a difference. Somewhere, somehow, some way, they took a chance. Now, I'm not talking about chance as in a gamble. I think what I'm really should say is step out of your comfort zone. Step out and beyond the familiar and go for your dream. I don't know who you are that's listening to this podcast, but someone needs to hear this. Quit playing it safe. Go for your dream. The third thing that I would say that will help you to find your passion and your dream and your purpose is learn constantly. Be a constant learner. Now, I understand. There are some who say I don't like to read, but it's easy today. You have Audible. You have books that you can listen to on the car or the train as you're traveling to and from work. There are webinars to watch and TED Talks you could listen to. In order to add value, you have to have value, and you get value not just by being the person you are, which is certainly valuable, but by being a constant learner. The most disappointing thing that I have discovered is people who had a natural attributes, natural gifting and skills, and really began to go early. They even had some charisma, perhaps. And then they unfortunately, and you're going to say unfortunately, early on in their life, they had some modicum of success, and then they just started coasting. And now they wonder why things are not working out the way that they have, is because we don't live in a static world. We live in a world that is constantly changing. And in order for you and I to be the best and to live out our dreams and our passions, we have to learn constantly. We'll talk about it again a little bit later. The next thing that I would say if you're going to live out your dream is watch your time. One thing that I can tell you as a more mature aged individual is time passes quickly. Now, I know those of you who are younger or listening, I could almost hear your eyes rolling. I used to do the same thing when I had a small child at home, and an older person would say to me, cherish these moments, they grow up so quickly, and yet some of the times it seemed that time drug on. But my little baby is now 34 years old and lives in another state. Watch your time. You keep thinking, I'll have time tomorrow. I'll get to that next week. I'll get to that next year. Quit living like that. Take control of your time. Watch that you don't waste or needlessly spending it goofing off. Now, I'm all for downtime and relaxation and vacation and recharging. Do not hear that. But quit waiting for someday. I've looked at my calendar for the new year, and someday is not listed in any of the 12 months. Someday for you, my friend, is today. Watch your time. Don't squander the valuable time you have today. Redeem it. Watch your time. The other thing, if you're going to live out your dream and your passion, get out of your comfort zone, is you have to know the difference between tasks and goals. Most people's to-do list is a task list, and they just start filling it up. Now, I understand in all of our lives there are certain tasks that just have to be done. There are certain things that must be done regardless of whether we enjoy doing that or not. But a lot of folks will fill up their to-do list and it gets so large and overwhelming, and they may have 20, 30, 40 things down, and if they only get 4 things done, they feel defeated and it becomes stressful. Notice the difference between your tasks and your goals. I might even say to you, perhaps you need 2 lists. One is a goal list where you put 2 to 3 tasks on that will move you forward toward your goal, and then come up with a task list of things that absolutely have to be done. There are many things in my life that I have to do, and I list them on that task list, and I have to do them. But I don't just get busy doing busy work and the tasks that are part of the minutia of my position that I hold. I make sure that every day I do something and a couple of somethings that move me forward toward my goal. So learn the difference between tasks and goal-oriented activity. One other thing, it's the next to last that I want to say on what's your dream and how are you going to live out your passion is always have a bias toward being action-oriented. So many people are talk-oriented or daydream-oriented. I want to be able to retire someday, but they don't know what they're going to do. They're not putting aside $1 to make it happen. They're not doing any of the things that they need to do. You are not hired. You are not where you are today because of what you know. You may think that's the case, but it's not true. You are where you are to make decisions, to decide, to take action, and to move your organization or your business or your family or your not-for-profit forward. Always be action-oriented. The world belongs to the action-oriented. Now, I tell you to read and to study and to constantly learn and to get better, and that is true. But if that's all you do and you never get up and take the knowledge and the wisdom that you've been afforded and turn it into an action, you have not really done what you have been called to do. The next and final thing that I would say on how to reach your dream and what is your dream and how to live out and find your passion is take small steps daily. If you need to get physically fit, start walking around the block. If you want to learn something, find some literature that will help you mentally, spiritually, motivationally, and just commit to reading 10 pages a day. I don't care how busy you are or how little you like to read. You can read 10 pages a day. Take whatever it is that you think you need to be doing, those kinds of steps that will move the ball forward, and break it down into the smallest, most bite-sized steps that you can do. And one of those is then repeat it day after day. Do you realize if you read 10 pages a day in a week, that's 70 pages? That's 300 pages in a month. That is a large book or two medium-sized books. You think you have to read an encyclopedia by next Friday. That's not what anyone's talking about. It's not doing this enormous work. It's doing and taking small steps daily, consistently over time that will make the difference. Find your passion. Go ahead, take a chance. Step out of your comfort zone. Be a continual, constant learner. Do not let your time get away from you. Time is the most precious commodity. You can lose all your money and go back out and make more money. But when you lose your time, it's gone forever. Know the difference, my friend, between the tasks you must be about and the goals and dreams that you have. Always make sure that you are described as an action-oriented person and take small steps daily that move you forward. You've been listening to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. I trust today this has been like a vitamin and a supplement for your mind and heart. And wherever you receive podcasts, please subscribe to Dr. Ron's Words of Wisdom, leave a rating and a brief written review. I'd like to see if I could come alongside and help you if we could work together. Go to drronblake.com/call and you'll get on my calendar and I'll give you a call. Remember, my leadership friend, you are doing better than you think you are. You really are. And until next time, this is Dr. Ron saying, have a great and blessed day.